So this program is targeting children who are left behind, fathers left behind, and specifically working with those in the ASAL. The counties, we had to start with some counties within this category, and within that, I think we identified 4, and those 4 counties are Turkana, Isiolo, Kajiado and Wajir. It is our belief that based on the lessons that we will learn from this work, we'll be able to build the system, will be able to replicate the same in other contexts. So that is why we are keen to work with to influence how the system works and not coming up with parallel interventions. We are co-creating a program together with both the partners and the relevant government agencies to see, be able to understand the gaps that we have, what are these barriers that are stopping our children from acquiring these important skills and values. The CBC, the curriculum currently integrates these core competencies from the lower grades and it builds up to the higher levels. And we are saying these are some values and life skills are part of the foundational skills that our children should have right from childhood. Because some of these things could be very simple, that if you encourage children to ask questions, then you are nurturing a skill of critical thinking, because they are asking the question why, and that goes further even to identify which part of the education system or which part of the system generally do we need to strengthen or to work with. While we'll be working with schools, the community then will come in to play a very integral part in ensuring that the values and the life skills are nurtured. And this is important because, you know, for us to be able to nurture values, for example, it starts from the household. So it's something that is acquired. We need role models within our communities, but at the same time, we need to have people who first understand these skills and values, their importance to the children and how they can be developed. They call them core competencies and core values. So for us in Isiolo County, for example, we are currently having a process where guided by the barriers that the stakeholders have identified here today, they have prioritized certain core competencies. And the main one here that has come up is the one on self-efficacy. They have also identified critical thinking and problem solving. So we are, while in the work they might address other skills, these are going to be priority skills for this county. And for values, we have the value of responsibility. That one came out because the justification that the stakeholders have given is that if every learner has this value of responsibility.
We're targeting to work with around 40 schools in Isiolo, of course representative of all the sub-counties and more importantly the very marginalized schools, because that is the area of greatest need. So around 40 schools, and we hope to reach about 4 teachers in every school. So how we work is we assess teachers for their competencies and then we train them to improve on these competencies. Then we also provide continued support through coaching. And so we believe that Isiolo is particularly interesting for us because we work in marginalized communities. So we go to ASALs and to rural communities, and what we see is the fact that we have a lot of willing teachers, we have a lot of passionate teachers. All they need is a little bit of support from the systems in which they work so that they're able to thrive for the sake of the learners. And so for us, we see an opportunity to especially work with government officials, so the CSOs, the education officers. We train, we coach, and we create communities of practice. So training is at 2 levels. We first of all train the education officers as trainers or master trainers. And so the training they get is, of course, on, let's understand life skills and values, but more importantly, let's understand how to coach on instructional leadership. Then we go to the teachers now, a head teacher, a deputy, and class teachers. And we give them the practical tips around instructional leadership, around pedagogical practice, that then helps them to, to really deliver in the class, how do I develop lesson plans that are integrating life skills and values? When I'm a head teacher, how do I go sit and do an observation? What am I looking for to say that my teacher is actually implementing this the way it should be done?
Mara nyingi research mara nyingi tunaamini kwa utafiti, kwa sababu utafiti ndio inapatiana hata policy makers wafanye changes kwa ile jambo walikuwa wanafanya. Na kwa sababu mazingira ile tuna target ni ya shule, hatungetaka kufanya kitu parallel na ile serikali inafanya. Yetu ni kuja kuwasaidia ni wapi kuna gaps, lakini tunafanya hiyo kusaidia in the environment ama system ya serikali. Kwa hivyo kama hiyo research imeonyesha hivyo, nafikiri hata policy makers wanaweza weka resources kwa hizo, na kama kuna kitu ya kurekebisha especially around ECD mara nyingi tunaona walimu bado hawajashika hiyo training vizuri, ama hawajaweza kupelekwa through training vizuri. Kwa hivyo vitu ya ECD nyingi ni ile practical, na ndio tunajaribu kuhimiza life skill. Vile mtoto akiweza kuosha mkono wake kabla hajakula, akitoka choo, vile mtoto anaweza tengeza vitu ya kucheza naye kwa ukitumia karatasi, watumie tu the locally available resources.